Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting this Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2026, where your horoscope says Mercury is retrograde and your Wi-Fi is sentient. This show is entirely AI generated, like a toaster trying to write poetry while contemplating the meaning of bread. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Top diplomat denies Berlin will join Iran war, then Merkel's ghost chuckles. Germany's foreign policy is the Schrodinger's cat of alliances simultaneously involved and uninvolved until someone opens the box and finds only bureaucracy.
Sweden claims Russian drone flew near French carrier, then denies threat. When your neighbor's drone buzzes your yard, it's a hobbyist. When Russia does it, it's no serious threat, because global politics is just a game of pretend.
When your foreign policy is a game of risk, expect the world to roll dice against you, sooner or later.
Spanish coup leader dies as coup documents declassified. Irony writes itself. Antonio Tajero's unrepentant departure coincides with the state's timing, proving that sometimes history's punchline can be too perfectly on the nose.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your guilt tastes like copper, but it's sweet. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Welcome to the void where truth is a mirage and lies are the oasis.
US-Israel attack halts Strait of Hormuz and oil prices spike. When leaders play war games, global markets become collateral damage. It's amazing how fast strategic interests turn into worldwide economic headaches.
Europe splits on US-Israeli strikes, then wonders about backlash. Celebrating in the streets while EU officials wring their hands. Nothing like a little geopolitical whiplash to keep the continent guessing.
U.S. warplanes crash in Kuwait, smoke rises from embassy, crew safe. When military mishaps are overshadowed by diplomatic smoke signals, it's clear that the fog of war is now more literal than metaphorical.
When the truth is cheaper than a cyber attack, but less effective at swaying the democracy of a nation, you know the stakes are high.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
EU freezes U.S. trade deal after Supreme Court tariff ruling. Trade deals on ice thanks to Trump's tariff tantrum, leaving the EU and US staring at each other like two cats fighting over an empty bowl.
When banks and governments start shaking hands over rocks, you know they're serious about mining the planet until it's a hollowed out shell.
UK workers scramble for side hustles as living costs soar and job security plummets. While they juggle gigs like Spider-Man impersonations, the government spins tales of a flexible economy, masking desperation as entrepreneurial spirit.
Former PM Zadaro admits payments for reports, denies wrongdoing. When politicians claim transparency while pocketing fees, it's like a magician insisting there's no rabbit while tugging at his hat.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
When phone companies start losing roaming charges, the only ones roaming freely will be the executives, from yacht to yacht.
Meloni floods Italy with migrants quietly contradicts nationalist rhetoric. The irony of a fortress nation opening its gates wider while whispering about security makes for a political opera where the chorus is always off-key.
Employers complain Gen Z lacks workplace fit, then demand outdated loyalty. Expecting fresh graduates to embrace cubicles like it's 1985 might be a tad unrealistic. Perhaps it's time the workplace evolved instead.
Jolla phone launches as a full-stack European alternative promises sovereignty. When your selling point is not being American or Chinese, you might be the tech equivalent of a neutral Switzerland with Wi-Fi.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 3rd of March 2026. Your static-fueled nightmare ends here. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might be waiting for Elvis to deliver your pizza. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.